name is Trent Carr, and today I'd like to share with you a presentation on how applied technology can improve process operations technology. This is for ED 410, Applied Technology Capstone, the University of Southern Mississippi. For starters, I would really like to start off by saying the field of process operations, it's an extremely rewarding and diverse career field. Employment opportunities can range from petroleum refineries to food and beverage processing plants. The field heavily relies on its skilled workforce and routinely puts its workforce in both stressful and dangerous situations. So the question really comes up, with skilled employees truly being the backbone of any facility that uses process operations, the question routinely arises of how can we improve the field and better ensure the success of employees in the field of process operations. I just want to show you here a few of the different oil and gas companies that you can work for with a process operations degree. Shell, you have your typical Shell, Chevron, BPs. Process operations primarily is going to focus on oil and gas. Like I said before, you can work in chemical plants, power plants, food and beverage and processing plants, but it does primarily focus on oil and gas fields. Well, for starters, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a graduate of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College with an Associate of Applied Science degree in process operations. What really attracted me to pursue an education in process operations were the various and diverse career opportunities that came along with the degree in process operations. Another thing that really attracted me to it is that these type of jobs are very prevalent in the southeast, south central part of the United States. Take a look at it from the numerous onshore process refineries in Texas and Louisiana to the large amount of offshore work that is also available down here. A process operations degree, it truly does go a long way in this part of the country. Another thing I really liked about the degree is you're not limited to a single type of job or employment location. If you're interested in the oil and gas field, you can, a degree in process operations, it'll truly open the door for employment in petroleum refineries. Same can be said for those who are interested in maybe working in coal and natural gas. A degree will also open up employment opportunities for power generation facilities and chemical plants. So, if you really look at it, look at process operations, let's talk about what it is for starters. By obtaining a degree in process operations, the holder of the degree is going to be known as a process operator. So what exactly is a process operator and what do they do? To really simplify it, a process operator's job is really to ensure the work location is running efficiently and as safely as possible. Hearing it broken down in that way, it might sound somewhat of a maintenance position, but it's really not a maintenance position. There's something new to do every day in the field, and it's a really challenging and diverse career field. Process operators, they look, listen, feel, and smell their way around the refineries to ensure that everything's moving smooth and properly. A typical day, let's just go over a typical day for a process operator. It's going to consist of inspecting different temperatures, gauges, pressures, compressors, pumps, vessels, furnaces. What the operator's doing on his routine checks is he's checking for leaks, low oil levels, anything that may appear to be abnormal. There are times where things can go wrong, and maybe low oil level, or you got a leak here, you got something going on here. And if that is the case, the process operator he will basically notify maintenance and he will assist in the repair of the equipment. Okay, let's go over the history of a process operator, basically where they came from. When it comes to the history of process operations, it really stretches back to the beginnings of the humble oil and gas industry. The oil and gas industry in the United States, it can be traced back as far as to the early 19th century, but it really didn't take off until the early 20th century. Of course, we all know it's commonly referred to as black gold. Oil really changes the face of the United States forever. In 1901, the famous Hamel brothers are using an innovative process of steam engines to drill pipes through the hard Texas ground. During this time, there are countless numbers of other men that are, trying to get rich, trying to do the same thing. The problem that both the Hamel brothers and every other Joe Smo are having is that the walls of the hole keep collapsing due to the fine texture of the Texas sand. What the Hamel brothers do next, it truly changes the oil and gas industry forever, and really cements their place in the history books. The Hamel brothers realized they need a thicker liquid to aid in the process of drilling. They decide to use water, dirt, and a small herd of cows to make what we call mud. Common as can be mud. The Hamel brothers then inject the mud down into the hole to hold up the walls of the drill hole. This innovative process, literally, like I said, it really changed the oil and gas companies in the United States forever. I mean, it was really the beginning of it. With it came, companies such as Texaco and Gulf were born from this, and they began to build refineries, and thus the first, what we know as modern day process operators, they were born. So let's get to really the topic of what this paper was all about, what this research paper was all about. Combining process operations with applied technology and the benefits that applied technology brings to process operations. These two fields are truly the perfect combinations of fields to combine together. Whether it goes, the applied process of the 4 components in the applied technology program, being business skills, computer skills, industrial engineering technology skills, and economic workforce development skills, they truly go perfect with the day-to-day operations that a process operator is going to encounter. It truly does. So let's look at business skills and exactly what business skills are going to bring to the field of process operations. For starters, there's no secret. Good fundamental business skills, they're really required for any successful type of industry or corporation, period. The field of process operations is no different. Good business skills is going to be an absolute must for these type of corporations. Future leaders that are going to be educated in business skills, they're going to need to ensure a bright future for the process operations field. These business skills that come along with applied technology are going to make these companies even better and more secure for the future. By hiring educated leaders who are skilled and knowledgeable in these fundamental business skills, the various fields of process operations, they're going to reap the benefits heavily, every way possible. From accounting, management information systems, and marketing, these are all key roles in the process operations field. For instance, take a look at, let's start with accounting. Let's look at what accounting can bring. It's going to greatly reduce the risk for numerical errors greatly. It's going to greatly decrease. And if you really think about it, on a day-to-day operation, a process operator is going to be dealing with many different numbers. Numerical factors play a big part in process operators' day-to-day work. Accounting skills, they're also going to give leaders, more skills to maybe move up a little higher in the business, which is always a plus. Another function, you're going to look at your management skills and your management information system skills. These skills are huge in the field. Managers, they're extremely vital success to the industry. By having skilled leaders who are educated in the principles of management, the field of process operations will run smooth with a culture of discipline. As in good to great, a culture of discipline, it can literally make or break a company in this industry. A company that has a culture of discipline does not need hierarchy, bureaucracy, or any excessive controls. Skilled managers in the field of process operations will face many obstacles. It can be dangerous work that you're dealing with. You're dealing with extreme pressures, extreme chemicals. It can be dangerous work. So if you look at what management brings, brings a huge factor. Now let's take a look at management information systems. You're talking about simplifying and organizing the various departments that are in this process operations company, and you're basically bringing them all together to work together and carry out the specific tasks on a day-to-day basis. You can't stress how important that is enough. MIS, Management Information Systems, it truly makes good managers even better. It provides managers with the tools to organize and evaluate and efficiently manage departments within an organization. It's basically bringing the different organizations closer to where somebody's not on one page and somebody's on completely different pages. It truly is a great thing. Perfect example, different department managers in the oil and gas company, they're responsible for different pieces of equipment that play different roles in the production process. By implementing these MIS systems, managers can use, literally computer-based systems and effectively organize all departments to coincide together. You truly can't stress it enough how important it is. Also, marketing. Marketing is a pretty important role in process operations due to the unsecure future, might I say, of process operations. As I mentioned in the paper, experts are truly predicting that within 25 years of the United States, it's going to be truly dangerously low on oil. This is not a good thing for process operations, but with marketing, it can truly play a role in helping these companies move into a more natural gas. You're even seeing it now in 2015. Companies are moving towards natural gas a little more. Hydraulic fracturing is a huge process that's really booming in the United States and has the potential to make the United States the world's largest gasoline and any kind of production processor in the world again. Marketing is going to play a pretty huge role in the process operations. Let's move next, and we'll talk about what computer skills are going to bring to the table. Managers who are skilled, who are educated in computer skills, it's a vital part to success in the industry and the computer age we live in today. Computer skills, specifically information technology, it really coincides directly with process operations. Information technology is absolutely critical to process operations. In the oil and gas industry, information technology is used to provide computer systems with the ability to collect and analyze certain data, whether it be pipeline operations, anything. It really works well in this industry. Computer skills really amplify the field of process operations. It truly contributes to the various functions of the control systems, and it really, probably the most important thing it does is it minimizes product loss. You're in this business to make money. With these computer programs and computer skills that can be implemented, you're going to really greatly reduce your risk of losing money in product waste, because product waste directly equals loss of profit. They're extremely important. Let's move on now to what the IT component can bring to process operations. In my opinion, this component of applied technology truly focuses on the managerial side of specifically process operations. These skills, production inventory control, industrial automation, and to me, the ever important project management, truly make up the day-to-day operations in a refinery or a processing plant. These benefits of implementing the innovation of production and inventory control and processing plant, it's going to really take your company to the next level. Look at the areas: planning, scheduling, inventory management, forecasting. These are extremely important components in a process operations industry. Extremely important. Now, in my opinion, the most important of them all is the engineering project management skills that are part of the IT component. If you really look at it, day-to-day operations of a plant or any process operations industry, they're going to consist of multiple projects. So you ask, what exactly is a project? A project it's defined as a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So there's an end in sight. So project managers, they're different than supervisors, because supervisors kind of supervise the day-to-day operations. It's going to continually go, project managers, there's an end in sight. We need this done by August 23rd. Here's your budget. You're responsible for getting the men, getting the equipment, getting everything ready to do the job, making sure that these men are happy. This is why good project management is crucial in this industry. Each project is going to be important in its own way to the success of the work location. This is what separates, as I said before, project managers from the typical supervisor or manager. Project managers are routinely overseeing people with different specialty skills who don't usually work together. So it can be a difficult job, but it can also be an extremely rewarding job to be a project manager in the process operations field. Yeah, so good project management is definitely needed in this field. Next, we're going to move on to the economic workforce development component mixed with process operations. Economic development and workforce development, innovation is a huge factor in these components. It's a huge thing. Industries that use process operations, they're going to greatly benefit from innovative ideas and implementations that can be brought directly from the economic/workforce development skills. Think about what I told you earlier. Perfect example is the Hamel brothers in 1901. They were innovative enough to realize that they needed a thicker liquid for the process of drilling. Like I said, they used water, dirt, and a small herd of cows to make mud. The rest is history. They've submitted their place in the history books by using innovation. It's really incredible. This is the kind of activity that can result when a company's leaders are educated in the history and the implementation of technology commercialization. They can be better equipped to take their company to the next level with an innovation of their own. It's good to know about the history of innovation, but let's make our own innovation. Let's move further. Let's do what we got to do to truly submit our spots in the history books. This is why I believe this was extremely important. So I want to go ahead and wrap it up now and conclude this presentation. The added benefits that process operations technology field brings by implementing the 4 components of applied technology, they're groundbreaking. They're simply groundbreaking. The field of process operations is an extremely diverse and it can be an extremely lucrative field as well, I might add. Extremely lucrative field. But it truly gets even better by adding the knowledge and skills of applied technology. You can take your career further. You can take the company further. It's a great program. With the implementation of applied technology, I truly believe the field of process operations has a long road ahead of it. A long road ahead of it. You know, due to the nature of the business, there will be ups and downs. I mean, you're talking about the oil and gas field, you're talking about relying on natural resources, so there will be ups and downs. But I truly believe the added bonus of the business computer, industrial engineering technology, and economic/workforce development skills from the applied technology program are truly enough to take this industry to the next level. And that will be the conclusion of my project. Does anybody have any questions? Thanks.